Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Skies of Arcadia Legends. We're heading off to the desert, but before we do so, we've got one little thing we want to do. I don't remember exactly. I think it's the ship up here. We want to stop by Doc's ship in order to turn in the moonfish that we've gotten, and that'll get a few rewards out of that as well. So, since we're in the region, we might as well stop by.
Hi.
Alright, so yep, he's pretty much just going to say the same things he always does, so let's go ahead and feed the little critter here. Alright, so this time we get the Flame Mantle, which I believe I actually mentioned earlier when we were talking about armor before in Valua, so if you want, you could grab another one and stop by and get that earlier, but, well, we're doing it now. Alright, and then our next reward is the Gem of Fluidity, which is, of course, an accessory we can put on. I don't remember exactly what all it does, but I suppose we can check it out. So, since we are now out of Moonfish, let's get back to the ship. Now, the Flame Mantle we're going to be equipping on Vice, since he's pretty much the only one that can wear it, I think. Well, Drachma can, but he doesn't really need it. So, let's go ahead and put that on Vice here. We might actually go ahead and just switch over the heavy armor to Drachma. Yeah, there we go. Alright, oh yeah, and the Gem of Fluidity we want to check out. Let's see here. It boosts your defense and magic defense and protects against stone. So, no, that might be kind of useful. Boosting, that might actually be something we could put on Fina real quick, because, well, she has a pretty good accessory that gives her a lot of will. I don't remember exactly what will does off the top of my head, but it also increases her magic defense by quite a bit. So I don't know. Let's just go ahead and put this on. Might as well. Alright, so now that we've done that, we can actually head into the desert region. Now there are quite a few discoveries we can pick up. I don't remember exactly how many it is off the top of my head. But let's just go ahead and sail through this way. And once we get to this island right here, you can see we've got some torches and a scene, of course, to introduce it. Wow, there's nothing here but sand. So, this is a desert. I've heard sailors talk about them before, but it's my first time actually seeing one. Now that you mention it, I've heard sailors talking about them too. Look at that picture. They said the Nasrian Desert is so hot, if you walk around in the sun too long, your hair catches on fire. Everyone carries buckets of water around with them so they can put their friend's hair out, and then... Oh, come on, AK, you don't actually believe those crazy stories. Sometimes I wonder what goes on in that head of yours. Don't come crying to me when your head bursts into flames. That glass eye patch you wear will intensify the sun's rays and fry your brain. I'm just kidding, Vice. It's just a story that I heard a long time ago. I didn't really believe it either, but you can't be too careful. The moonstones that fall from the red moon give off a great deal of heat. It's too hot for most plants to survive. Because of this, the lands of Nasr have been reduced to a barren wasteland. I see. There isn't much down there besides sand and rock. The red moon crystal should be hidden somewhere in the desert, right? That's right, Vice. It's buried deep within the ancient Temple of Pyron. An ancient temple? I bet there's all kinds of treasure in there. Maybe some gold and gems and magic stuff and nice clothes and stuff. If we find a bunch of treasure, we'll be rich. We can go buy whatever we want. What's the first thing you'd buy, Fina? Buy? What does that mean exactly? What? Fina, you don't know what that means? I'm terribly sorry. I've never seen the rest of the world before, and... You don't need to look very far to find a shop. Everyone buys stuff. It's normal. Well, Fina, you really don't get out much, do you? Well, geez, you don't have to embarrass the poor girl. According to the map, there's a city nearby called Maramba. Let's go there first. I'm too old for this. Uh-oh. Come on, Drachma. Get in the spirit of things here. We'll have to save the world, man. Alright, so yes, nearby, right here, actually, is the city of Maramba we can be checking out. Got some ships to talk to out here first, this sounds kind of weird to say. If you keep heading south, you'll run into South Ocean. Traveling through there is almost impossible. There are some really strong headwinds there, and most ships can't handle it. It's best to avoid that area completely. Yeah, so that's kind of a boundary for us right now. Of course, we have a pretty normal ship, so... Alright, so let's talk to this dude. Welcome to Nasr, the Desert Kingdom. There's a port called Maramba nearby. Your ship looks like it's been through quite a bit. Maybe you should restock your supplies there. We'll do that later. Alright, so yes, this is Maramba, like I said before, but before we dock, we're going to pretty much explore the area for some discoveries. First things first, we can check this area right here, and this is Topple Rock. Natural formation of 3 round rocks stacked on top of each other and perfectly balanced. The balance seems delicate, especially when the rocks sway in the wind, but for some reason they've never toppled. Pretty cool, I always liked that one, I thought that was neat. Alright, now we have this big open desert area over here, and this floating island is actually going to be our next discovery. And of course, since we are in a new region, we're going to have some new enemies to encounter, so let's see what we've got. Alright, thankfully we snuck up on them, but we get to see quite a few varieties here. First up is the Asbeth. These guys you need to watch out for because they actually have eternity, so if there's a lot of them and you can't take them out in time, Delta Shield's a good option. We've also got Stone Beaks, which are pretty tough but pretty normal, and Lupulons, which are actually an advanced form of the Looper, so... Alright, so we can just go ahead and take these guys out. The Stone Beak actually has quite a lot of health, so I might actually put Vice on that. And we can probably just maybe team up Aka and Fina on the Asbeth. And then put Drachma on the Stone Beak as well. Ooh, good. And then we actually poisoned that thing too. That's pretty neat. And thankfully we got a preemptive strike. Yeah, you can see Aka doesn't quite have enough to take that thing out. Oh wow, even the 2 of them couldn't do it. I'm kind of surprised by that. Maybe if I would have switched Drachma's element or something, we would have been able to, but that's all right. Oh, well, what do you know? The poison got it. Alright, so let's see if we can take out this Lupulon. I'm not sure if we'll be able to in time. Oh, good, it attacked, so don't have to worry about it running away. Alright, and down it goes. Now, these things actually give off even more gold than the previous Loopers did, so it's pretty cool whenever you get to take one of those out. Yeah, you can see we got 535 from that battle, so that's pretty good. Got a couple levels up there, and we can continue. Now, let's sail forward and check this thing out. This thing right here is the Wandering Lake. The truth behind the story of the disappearing lake is even stranger. Temperature differences make a large bowl of rock float above the desert sands, holding a lake of clear water. Once the water cools off, it settles downward again. Kind of interesting. Alright, now we're going to take a little bit of a detour here. If we check out this island up top, we can grab this, which is the Sand Falls. Long ago, a young black pirate searched the desert for an isle that spouts treasure. After a long trek, he was shocked to find that it produced only sand, but he realized that the desert was the true treasure and spent the rest of his years in Nasser. There you go. I think he probably just gave up. Alright, so now we have this area down here. I don't remember exactly where the discovery is in this range, but kind of just go along the ground and mash the A button, and there you go, you'll find it. This is the Oasis. As shipbuilding development and flight distances grew, the Oasis in the middle of the desert lost some of its importance to travelers, but it's still critical to caravans on land routes and remains lively as a center of trade and information. Cool. Alright, so just a few more now. Alright, we got a couple new, or actually just one new type of enemy here. This is the Dura Beetle. Now, these guys can be a little bit annoying. They don't really damage you that much. They do have Drilln, though, which is the yellow spell I talked about that will lower your attributes. And they can also call for more allies, which is a little bit of a pain, but it shouldn't be too bad. So, Alpha Storm should probably help out quite a bit here. They're lined up in a pretty good formation, so we'll see how many of them we can take out. Fina can just kind of guard. She's not really going to be useful. We might have to hit this one by itself. I don't think Alpha Storm will hit it, but we'll see, I guess. Yeah, see, it didn't. Oh man, it didn't kill that Asbeth back there either, or the front one. Oh wow, that's that's not good actually, because it could cast Eternity. So I guess we'll have to see what it does. I was pretty confident that Alpha Storm would take it out. Well, one of them just attacked. I'll go down from the counter. Yeah, it's not often Aka lets me down like that. Okay, they both just attacked. That's good. Yeah, it's pretty important to have Fina guarding for these because she can't really do anything, and you know she's very vulnerable at this point since she's such low level. So, oh man, this is really disappointing damage we're doing here. Well, at least one of the Stone Beaks are down. These guys are a little bit tough. They got quite a lot of health, so. that Beetle's down, so we can pretty much just focus on this guy. And I think he was guarding this round anyway. See how pitiful this is. 35, well. Oh man, an encounter. Oh, that was a pretty bad idea, wasn't it? Alright, so let's just Cutlass Fury it, guard with Fina. And there we go. Yeah, so that battle was actually a little bit annoying. They don't usually take this long. I just kept it in to show the Beetle thing, but ended up getting a little bit more than I bargained for. Alright, so we should probably heal Fina up, and we also gained Curia with both Vice and Aika, so that's definitely nice. Yeah, like I said, we're pretty much going to keep somebody on silver, you know, as often as we can. I guess this would be a good time to use Sacrum. Not that we really need that much healing, but, well, it all costs 1 MP, so, you know, you might as well use the most powerful one you got. Alright, so if we follow this thing over to the end, we'll grab another discovery here. We're actually kind of getting into the mid-ocean that guy was talking about earlier. We're going to see some of the twisters around here, so... Yeah, here we go. Here's the Star Sand. In southern Nasr, there was once a desert filled with sand that would sparkle even in the dark of the night, but slowly the sparkle faded. Some legend has it that someone saved some sand in a giant bottle and hid it for centuries. Yeah, it's right over there. It's kind of cool. Now, oh, got a battle. Alright, so, yeah, if we look out, you can actually see some of the twisters out there. So we're getting into some somewhat dangerous territory. But that's okay. We don't really need to go too far over this way. Now, if you kind of get at the corner here, get up to about here or so, and go straight forward and mash the A button, you will find this thing right here, the Maroon Isle. Long ago, when air pirates betrayed their crew or captain as punishment, they were abandoned on this island with only a week's supply of food. So fearful that pirates become on this island, its legend lives on in the songs of air pirates even today. Alright, so there we go. That's as far as we need to explore in this direction. We can't really get too much further. Visibility is actually kind of crap right here, but we're going to head back now. It's actually a little bit of a flight, so we'll probably get a couple battles in, but once we go back, there's just one more thing to be finding, and then we'll dock in Maramba. So yeah, there's quite a bit of exploring around the world to do if you're going to try to grab, you know, a bunch of discoveries and all that stuff. So, you know, you kind of have to put off the main quest for a little while. There's actually a ship over here that you might have seen before that I'm going to check out right now. Yeah, so as you can see, when we go up to it, we actually enter sort of a quote-unquote random ship battle against this black pirate ship here. So, you know, I say quote-unquote random because it really isn't, but impudent little rogues, I'll make you bow before the power of the black pirates. Alright. So yeah, this guy is obviously going to be no threat, really. Would pretty much just attack with our big guns here, and it should only take a couple turns. I don't know, maybe even only the 2. You can see, it's really not too bad. This is just kind of a battle for fun, really, I guess you could say. Now, part of, I think, Vice the Legend that I mentioned in the first or second part, I don't remember which one, part of that is I believe you need to get into 12 random ship battles. Basically, this guy will actually sort of respawn. Like, if you go into a place and come back out, he should be back here. So, ooh, and he's actually using torpedoes. Yeah, I forgot he had that. Now, that's a new type of weapon in ships that we haven't seen yet, and we won't get access to for a little while, at least. And, of course, we lost the target on the C turn. I think that was a little false advertisement there. But the torpedoes, basically, you launch one turn, and then you can choose which turn you want them to strike. So they can be really useful if you want to concentrate your fire on a certain turn. You know, that might help out there. But, like I said, we're actually not going to get torpedoes for quite a while, at least. So it's just kind of there to see for now. You can see this is the turn he selected the torpedo to hit us, and actually did a lot of damage. That's way more than I was expecting to take. Alright, so we've got a choice here. We want to increase our distance, I believe. Turn hard and get some distance between us. We'll need more room if we want to fire the S-cannon. Aye aye, we'll show those black pirates a thing or two then. Yep, so that'll get us the better of the 2 scenarios. We've got a couple C turns here. I might actually consider healing in between, so we'll attack with Vice, and we'll just Sacri, I guess, with Aika. That's probably all we need. Do a standard... Actually, no. With her, we want to probably focus on that turn and then do a standard cannon with Drachma. And we'll see how much damage we do. We might be able to take it out. You can see it looks like it's probably only one more shot. Yeah, it's using that torpedo again. And those things can do quite a bit of damage. Torpedoes are actually pretty nice weapons. Thankfully, we got a good amount of healing there, so 4,000 is pretty good. Yeah, this has some pretty interesting little angles here, too. I kind of like that. I don't know how this is a sea turn. We're, like, way far away. I guess it's a good thing we healed ourselves, then. We would have went down from that one. Oh, man, that was a shot. So down he goes. That was actually a lot closer than I was expecting it to be. I didn't remember him being that powerful, but, well, we made it through, so I guess that's all that matters. Our ship's probably badly damaged. We do get a rogue figure from that, though, which can be a little bit useful for something that's coming up. We haven't encountered any of these yet, but these are basically accessories we can equip on the ship. We can see we have all our cannons and stuff here we can switch out once we buy more parts. You can see we've also got 3 empty slots over here. We can equip the rogue figure, and you can see it'll increase our magic defense by 20, so I'll as well put that on. Alright, now like I said, we've got one more discovery before we make a dock, and it's actually this temple out here. And this temple is actually, as you'll see, the Temple of Piran that Fina mentioned before. Stone building thought to have been created by an ancient dynasty. The stonework and construction demonstrate a high level of technology for that period, but no clues are left to the point of the purpose behind these huge creations. Vice, this is it. This is where the red moon crystal's buried. Great, let's land this ship and search the place right away. Wait, boy. Head to town first. I've got some things I need to take care of. There's a port city named Maramba near here. Go there first, got it? Sure, no problem. I just thought that we could... never mind. It doesn't matter to me. Yeah, that's pretty much there to keep you from skipping a lot of, plot and everything. You can't just go straight to the temple. No, we gotta hit the city first. So there we go. That's actually all of the discoveries that we could be picking up around here. And the next thing is to dock at Maramba, but I'm actually going to head back to Sailor's Isle real quick. Now that we have a ship, we can buy some more parts, and there's also a couple other things to do there. But I think we're actually going to put off the return there until next time, so this is where we're going to stop for now. Until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.